G'day, welcome to Aussievision. I'm Dale, and I'm joined by one of Aussievision's superstars, Kyriakos.
G'day, Dale.
Well, yes, and we are talking about a country dear to our heart, obviously, today. It is Australia, and we're going to be looking at the public and jury appeal and the ratings from the team. But before we go into that, let's talk about them very quickly, about how they were chosen. They were a pretty popular choice by Aussie fans, weren't they?
Yeah, Voyager, who are from Perth, they won the televote in Eurovision Australia Decides last year with Dreamer. So very popular, came second overall, and now been internally selected by SBS. But they've also been knocking on the door in SBS to compete at Eurovision, I think, since 2015. So they've definitely been waiting a long time for this moment.
Oh, they sure have, and the enthusiasm from them is just incredible. So the Aussievision team, they rated every entry of Eurovision out of 10 on how we think the public will go for them and how the jury will go for them. So let's look at the ratings. We're going to start with the public vote, and the Aussievision team have given them a score of 7.56 out of 10, which is second place in our semi-final and seventh place overall. Those are some very high rankings, aren't they?
Yeah, that is pretty high. I was thinking maybe the team were thinking overall with the running order, because I know the running order is very good for Voyager, ending the show on a huge, a big bang of a performance that we are expecting them to hopefully do. But there's also Australia's qualifying record from the semi-final. Though it's not 100%, every time we've been to a Eurovision in person, we actually have qualified. So there is that behind us as well.
Yeah, we've always done pretty good in the televote of the semi-finals. It's normally gone to the grand final. And I wonder also that whole impact of Australia Decides last year, where they were super popular with the public and did less so on the jury. So I think I do think the rankings like high. I don't doubt they could do that for sure. I do think there's obviously just a quiet confidence, I think, from Australians. I think weirdly for 100% public vote semi-final, we're feeling pretty okay about getting through.
Yeah, and also I did a little bit of research myself. When it comes to semi-finals and televote, we're 8th on average. So we actually are a top 10 qualifying country. As much as we sometimes don't think we actually are. So I think we are very confident, or quietly confident, that Voyager are going to do really well.
Yeah, so I think, look, a high ranking in the semi-final is not out of the question here. So second is like, yes, maybe there's a bit of Australian bias, of course, but it's still, I think, not impossible.
Yep.
Going into the actual grand final, 7th overall. Now, if we came top 10 in a televote or a public vote, I would just lose my mind over that. But it's not impossible if they can bring a great show. May depend on running order.
Yeah, it will depend on running order, won't it? And I think on average, we come 15th in the televote in a grand final, so it's a lot lower than in the semi-final. But Voyager are hopefully going to offer us some really good moments. We have Simone's guitar moment, which might be like a very special thing, like as we saw with Sam Ryder and Spaceman last year. And they do know how to perform live. So if they give us something like Måneskin gave us or Blind Channel did, they could really be very engaging with the viewers.
And they've really thought about this song with the public in mind. That chorus, which is, just like the Oz bit, we just saw them being introduced at the Madrid pre-party this morning. Haven't even seen the performance yet. And the whole crowd was singing along. Now, people said it's a bit too simple, but it's all about people connecting with the song. And you can hear that already. And I do think it's going to be an epic stage show. So I think they've really thought about getting the public vote in mind about doing the song.
Yeah, totally. And also that growl moment, I can't wait to see that in those pre-parties and see how that works out. It's going to be a really nice thing with the crowd. So.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and do it, aren't they? So that'll be interesting. Yeah. All right, let's go on to the jury score now. This is where Australia has traditionally done very well. Let's see where the Aussievision team have rated and ranked this song. So out of 10, the Aussievision team gave this a 6.63, which puts it 17th overall. Now, this is a very unusual situation, Kyriakos. I think for the first time since we've been doing it, the team are rating this higher in the public vote and giving it a less of a chance for the jury.
Yeah, I'm actually not surprised, because I think when it comes to Australia and the juries, we do really well. But we're in uncharted territory. We're sending a metal band. We're sending a band. We're sending a song that we don't usually send. Usually it's like very pop, ballady songs. So we don't really know how the jury is going to take this and how they're going to relate to it. I also did look at, like, I think we've come sixth place on average with juries in the grand final. So 17th is actually a little bit lower. So we do expect the juries may not relate to this as well with the televote.
Yeah, I have to say that, like, I kind of agree. I think we kind of feel this is an unknown. And I think it's because we know with songs like this and genres like this, the jury will go for it to a point if it's just done amazingly well. Look at Måneskin, they only came fourth with the jury. And that was an incredible performance and won the televote by a mile. So I think there's that concern of going, we just don't know how the jury are going to treat this. This is something completely different. And I kind of like that we've got something that has more public appeal than jury. I do think 6.6 is pretty like a bit of a low score, but it does feel like maybe in the teens we could be outside the top 10 from the jury. That wouldn't surprise me at all. So I don't think it's the worst.
No. And I did look back. I think like Blind Channel came 11th in the juries, like back when they performed. Yep. So it is possible, looking like outside the top 10, but it is possible for us to reach into the top 10. Who knows? But I do also think vocally, Danny does actually offer some stuff. So I've been watching a lot of Honest Vocal Coach. I love you, Georgina. But she mentioned that he's got like a lot of vocal fries, and there's a lot of peak and troughs in his vocals and vibratos that he's offering. So it's definitely something that captivates the listener. So yeah, there could be something there for the juries to cling on to.
Exactly. And you get the overall impression, and then you also have the variety of the song. Like, it definitely builds and has progression as it goes through and offers a lot of different things. So look, we just, you never know. Now, I think basically a 7th with the public vote overall if we're in the grand final, and a 17th in the jury. I guess that would probably give us an overall position of maybe just outside of the 10, maybe bottom side of the left-hand scoreboard. What are you feeling about that kind of overall prediction from the team?
Yeah. It does look like that at the moment. Like, obviously, we have not seen what they're going to offer us on the stage yet. A top 10 would be absolutely amazing for us to get. And I think I would be disappointed if we were outside the top 20, to be honest. So, yeah, I really think it's somewhere between maybe 10th or 20th, but that's, again, without seeing what they're going to give us on the stage.
Exactly. No, I totally feel you there. And I think in a really weird way, I feel like Australia will feel like it's a victory if we just get a decent public vote.
Yes.
I feel we could end up in the same position of last year, which was a great position of 15th.
Yes.
But it just kind of hurt a bit because we got the 2 points in the public vote. If we got like, I don't know, 80 or 90 points or 70 or something in the public vote, that would be like a victory in itself. So if Voyager could do that, I think it'd be amazing.
And there's also, we don't know if Australia's coming back, right? So if this is our last time and Voyager's the one representing us, a nice wrap or nice little bow at the end with our experience at Eurovision, I'm glad Australia took a risk sending a metal band, and also a group that's been begging to go for a long time and get to realize their dreams. So I think that is also a very nice thing to think about with this situation we've got.
Oh, perfectly summed up. They are the perfect band to represent Australia with all of the above points you make. Well, that is it. We could talk about Australia for another half an hour, most likely, but some interesting ratings and rankings. But thank you so much, Kiri, for joining us today, and we'll catch you next time.
All right. See ya.
See ya.